Well, hey there, and welcome to Board to Learn, the channel dedicated to helping you learn how to play your new games faster. My name is Kent, and today we're looking at Photo Tour North America, a card-driven engine builder for 1 to 5 players. So meet me at the table, and we'll get started. In Photo Tour, you're photographers traveling across Canada and the United States by plane, bus, and car, trying to capture the most stunning landmarks along the way. Each photo you take gets added to your traveler's journal, building your portfolio as the game goes on. As you travel, you'll collect photography equipment, enter photo contests, and look for ways to make your collection stand out from the competition. At the end of the journey, the photographer with the most points wins. You'll score points for the landmark photos in your journal, the equipment you've acquired, contest you've entered, and any bonuses you've picked up along the way. To set up, start by placing the board in the middle of the table. Take and shuffle the landmark cards and form a face-down deck, placing it in its spot on the board. Then reveal and place 5 cards in the slots to the left of the deck. Roll the 5 transport dice and place them in the transport slots to the right of the landmark deck. Make sure all of the photography equipment tokens are in the bag. Give it a good shake and draw out 5 tokens. Place them in the photography equipment slots under the transport dice. Now take and shuffle the photo contest cards. Draw 3 and place them in their spots above the transport dice. Return the remainder of the contest cards back to the box. Give each player a traveler's journal and a matching meeple in the color of their choice to place in front of them. Each player also takes a 2-sided player aid. Deal 3 landmark cards to each player. Everyone chooses 2 cards to keep in their hand. The card you don't want will be discarded. You can form a discard pile below the draw deck. Before discarding, look at the location number in the upper left corner of that card. This corresponds to a location on the map. That will be your starting location. Place your meeple there, then discard the card. The player with the highest number on their starting location will be the first player. Give them the camera first player token. And with that, the setup is complete. Starting with the first player and moving clockwise from them, players will take turns performing one action from the following 4 options: plan, rent equipment, move, or take a photo. Let's go over each action in more detail, starting with the plan action. When you plan, you choose one of the available landmark cards and add it to your hand. There's no hand limit, so you can hold as many cards as you'd like. The row of landmark cards does not refill until all 5 cards have been taken. When the last card is taken, immediately refill the row by revealing 5 new cards from the top of the deck. Before planning too far ahead, let's break down a landmark card. We've already talked about the number in the upper left corner, but you'll also notice that number sits inside a colored icon. There are 7 different colors and icons, each representing a different region of the map. For example, the yellow diamond represents locations in Canada. These colors matter later, especially for certain photo contests. To the right of that number is the name of the location. Directly below the number is an icon showing the landmark type, urban or natural. This icon can appear in photo contests and in-game bonuses, but it's especially important during the take a photo action. Some landmark cards also show an airplane icon on the location number, indicating that the location has an airport. This becomes important during the move action. About halfway down the left side of the card, you may see 1 or more equipment icons. These match the photography equipment tokens you can collect during the game and are important when performing the take a photo action. Near the bottom of the card is a circled handwritten looking number. This is the landmark's end-game point value. Below that, you may see a landmark bonus icon. Your player aid explains what each bonus icon does and when it applies. To the right is a short explanation of the bonus itself. Finally, at the very bottom of the card, you'll find some fun facts about the landmark. Now that we understand landmark cards a little better, let's move on. The next action is rent equipment. Sometimes even the best photographer needs the right gear, whether that's a tripod for stability or a wide-angle lens to capture the full scale of a landmark. When you rent equipment, choose one available photography equipment token from the board and place it into an open slot in your traveler's journal. These 3 slots are your reserve. If your reserve is full, you must discard 1 token before taking a new one. Whenever the last equipment token is taken from the board, immediately refill the supply by drawing 5 more tokens from the bag. If the bag is empty, return all discarded tokens to the bag and continue as normal. When choosing equipment, look at the equipment icons on your landmark cards in your hand. During the take a photo action, you'll be able to place matching equipment from your reserve onto a landmark card for bonus points at the end of the game. Next is the move action. Choose one of the available transport dice and move your meeple based on the icons shown on that die. Locations on the map are connected by highways, shown as solid lines, and dirt roads, shown as hash marks. If you choose the car, you may move up to 2 path segments using either type of road. The bus allows you to move up to 4 path segments, but only along highways. The plane lets you move from one airport location to another anywhere on the map. Airports are marked with the plane icon on the location number. If you ever need a reminder, there's a movement reference printed in the bottom right corner of the board. Once you take a transport die, remove it from the board and place it below the board. Transport dice don't refill until all 5 have been taken. When that happens, roll all 5 dice and place them back on the board. The final action is take a photo. This is how you add landmark cards to your Traveler's Journal and start building your engine by unlocking bonuses. To take a photo, your meeple must be standing on a location that matches the number on a landmark card in your hand. If you don't have a matching card, you can't take this action and must choose something else instead. If the location matches, place that landmark card into your Traveler's Journal in any of the 7 slots. Both the slots and the cards are divided into urban and natural types. Each slot also has a journal bonus printed at the bottom. That bonus only applies if the card type matches the slot. If it doesn't, cover the bonus text with the card to show it's inactive. When a journal bonus applies, you may use it immediately or on a future turn, depending on the bonus. Once used, slide the landmark card down to cover the bonus text. Bonuses in the top row are one-time use, while bonuses in the bottom row score endgame points. You can activate multiple bonuses in the same turn, and even chain them together with landmark bonuses. After placing the landmark, you may place photography equipment. If the card shows equipment icons that match tokens in your reserve, you may place those tokens onto the card. Each matching icon can hold 1 token. These score bonus points at the end of the game. You may only place equipment on the landmark card you just added. If the card shows this icon, any equipment token may be used. Once you start placing landmark cards into your Traveler's Journal, be sure to pay attention to the bonuses. The bonuses printed on the journal itself are one-time use, while bonuses on the landmark cards can be used multiple times. You can always refer to the player aid if you need a reminder. Card bonuses can be activated at different points during a round. On your turn, you may activate one bonus that says "on your turn," and you may also activate another bonus during an opponent's turn if it allows it. Using these bonuses at the right moments can give you a big advantage as you move around the map. To recap, on your turn, you take one action: plan, rent equipment, move, or take a photo. In addition, at any time during your turn, you may refresh one of the 3 markets. To do this, discard either 1 equipment token from your reserve or 1 landmark card from your hand. Then choose a market to refresh. You may discard or leave any remaining items before refilling it. You can do this multiple times as long as you can pay the cost. The end game is triggered when any player places their 7th landmark card into their Traveler's Journal. Finish the round so everyone has taken the same number of turns. Then move to scoring. Before final scoring, let's talk about the photo contest. There are 3 contests each game. To qualify for a contest, you need at least 1 card or equipment token in your Traveler's Journal that meets the contest condition. Each contest card shows the contest name at the top, the condition in the middle, and the point value at the bottom, with separate scoring for 1 to 2 players and 3 to 5 players. Players are ranked based on how well they met the condition. If there's a tie, combine the points for the tied positions and divide them evenly. For example, if 2 players tie for first, add first and second place points together and split them evenly. The next player then scores the next available position. If 3 players tie for first, add first, second, and third together, divide evenly, and no other points are awarded. In a 2-player game, a tie always results in both players receiving 6 points. Now, move to final scoring. Use the score pad and score the following categories. First, add up the points on the landmark cards in your Traveler's Journal. Only cards in your journal count. Next, score 3 points for each equipment token placed on landmark cards, and 1 point for each token left in your reserve. Then, score the photo contests. Finally, add any endgame bonuses from the bottom row of your Traveler's Journal and from landmark cards. Add everything together, the player with the most points wins. If there's a tie, the player with fewer landmark cards in their journal wins. If you're still tied, share the victory. And that's how to play Photo Tour North America. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and consider subscribing to learn more great games. Turn the bell on to be notified of my latest videos. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments and I'll do my best to respond. And remember, it's not just how you play, it's how much fun you have. I'll see you next time on Board to Learn. In Photo Tour, your photographers traveling across Canada and place them in the transport slots to the right of the landmark object. Now, take and shuffle the photo. When choosing equipment, look at the locations on the map are connected by highways, shown as solid lines and dirt roads. What? Add everything together, the player with the most points wins. If there's a tie, the player with the fewest landmarks. With fewer or fewest? During the take a photo action, you'll be able to place matching equipment from your reserve onto a landmark.